Most native and black encounters and alliances took place along the East Coast, usually through intermarriage, especially in the years after the American Revolution. Sometimes these African and Indian relationships came together out of strategic necessity, other times out of shared experience, mutual support, and love.
We see by about 1750 or so, with native communities in the Northeast, intermarriage between Indians and blacks. We find intermarriage beginning to occur between Indians and blacks in the Northeast. So that by the 19th century, with Narragansetts, for example, with Pequots, for example, they are seen as people more African than Indian.
There is, in fact, an advantage to an African male slave in 18th century New England hooking up with an Indian woman. Even if indentured, an Indian woman was free, and from the maxim that the child follows the condition of the mother, a slave who had children with an Indian woman would be producing freed children, regardless if he should remain enslaved himself.
I guess if you knew anything at all about the history of our country and the fact that these two tribes' experiences somehow meshed, it seems only natural that there would be Black Indians. These two tribes were walking the planet being persecuted by another tribe, that they found solace in each other. They survived by joining together. That's what you do. That's what all humans do in an effort to, stay alive.
As historians, we almost never talk about love or emotional support that people provided to one another. You'd have to imagine a person taken from his or her Indian family at the age of 4 and put into servitude in a white household. This person would not necessarily have grown up speaking English and would have found him or herself very isolated. And in their narratives, 18th century Indians do talk about a profound sense of loneliness, isolation, and that their only social contacts were with the other people who were servants or unwaged laborers in these households. So that many of the relationships between African Americans and Native Americans in colonial New England are rooted in this experience of servitude and slavery.